Holy fucking shit. Are you serious right now? Are you serious right now, man? Oda. Oh, man. Oda. I feel so bad for him right now, man. That ending was so heartbreaking, dude. It was so fucking heartbreaking, man, seeing him cry like that. Jesus, man. It was pretty calm, too. This episode wasn't, not including the beginning. The middle was pretty calm. It was calm. A lot of info was being dropped. And then that ending, man, out of fucking nowhere, man. Out of fucking nowhere. I'm pretty hyped, man. I'm pretty hyped for the next episode. I feel for Oda, man. I'm getting a lot of Vashta Stampede vibes right now, man, because there's two main things that are being symbolized in this episode. One of them is writing your own story. It could be metaphorically a real story, as a novelist, or your real life story and how you want to write it. Oda hints that he doesn't want to kill people anymore, and at the very end, he's talking to somebody about his novel. It's implied, it's not fact yet, but at the end he says, I can't write my own story. He had some dialogue with Gibe, the leader of Mimic, in the middle of the episode saying, if I want to continue my story, I can't kill people. So I'm assuming Oda killed somebody in his past, probably the guy that he was talking to in his flashback. That's most likely the case. And one other moral used in this episode is the fact that Oda doesn't want to kill anybody. And right now, man, this is pretty fucking intense. Gide, the leader of Mimic, pretty much killed the kids that Oda has been taking care of. Now that is fucking cold. That is not right, man. That is some barbaric shit right there, man. Man, I feel for Oda. That ending, if it wasn't for the animation, if it wasn't for the OST in the background, if it wasn't for, I'm getting connected to Oda. I feel for the guy, and seeing him break down like that just fucking hurt. And they're testing his limits, man. They're really fucking testing his limits right now. Mimic is showing to be a pretty good antagonist for this story, really testing Oda on his moral of never killing somebody. And there's gonna be a deciding factor through this series in which he's gonna have to kill him. And I said it in episode 1, man. I said it in my episode 1 review that Oda will be the one to die. And now it looks like he is probably going to either take his life or he's going to die killing Gibe. Man, really fucking intense episode, man. Like I said, man, it was very calm in the middle. And then, out of nowhere, man, 0 to 100. Bah! That explosion, man. I just thought they were going to get kidnapped. That's all I thought. And then the fucking explosion just... Bungo Stray Dogs, man. It just continues to impress me every single fucking time. Well, that was obviously the main thing that happened in this episode. The death of the kids. Oda breaking down. But there's also some other stuff going on. I should mention some of it. We find out that Ango, I was completely wrong. I thought he was a spy for Mimic. But this guy, he wasn't just a double agent. The funny thing is, I was given this whole fucking analysis on what Ango was doing. And I was like, okay. And then Oda's like, you know what? Make it short. And then he just says, he's not a double agent, he's a triple agent. So pretty much, man, he was working for this other group. There's a lot of groups, man. And they haven't even mentioned the Death of the Clock Tower group. I don't know what happened to that, but there's another group. And that group is called Ministry of Eternal Affairs. So I don't think this group was mentioned before. I might be wrong. But if it was mentioned, it was very briefly. So Ango was a part of this. Then the Ministry of Internal Affairs sent him to the Port Mafia to monitor them. Not to fight, just to check up on them. To see what kind of powers these guys have. Just spy stuff. But then Mimic got involved. Mimic, who we find out in this episode, Mimic is just a group of people that have this past we haven't really dived into yet. But they want to die. They put it in a weird way. They want to release their souls of sins. They feel like they're ghosts and they just want to be purified, and their purification is death. And they're causing havoc right now, and since that havoc is happening, it's ruining the Ministry of Eternal Affairs goals. So then they send Ango to be a spy to mimic as a Port Mafia member. So there's a lot of confusing stuff going on. Gire is the main antagonist, and his goals are very clear and simple. Very, very simple, actually. I just want to see what his backstory is, man. I really got to see his backstory to actually have any empathy for him. So we still got to see more of him, because right now his goals just seem too simple to actually care about. But Oda mentioned something happened in his past that's making him do this, obviously. So let's see more of that. Seriously, I thought this was gonna be a backstory of Oda, Daizai, and Ango, but Akutagawa manages to sneak himself into Daizai's flashback. So I don't hate it. Akutagawa was fucking awesome in season 1, but we're seeing more of him. We're seeing more of his weak side, and there were some epic moments, man. Gire wrecks Aku, destroys him. He had no chance. He had no reason to be on the same playing field as Gire. He destroys him. He's out. Oda comes and saves him, and he tries fucking picking a fight with Oda. Seriously, Aku? Seriously? And he gets wrecked again. Oda destroys him even worse, actually. It's even faster. And then we get that little reveal that Oda and Gire have the same power. Now, this is very interesting. I don't think that's ever been shown yet. In season 1, I don't believe anybody shared the same power. These two do share the same power. So that alone makes it very more interesting. And since they do share the same power, Ango describes it as the powers may interact and they careen into something entirely unexpected. So does that mean it's like all random now? Oda is in demise right now. There's gonna be a lot of mental warfare going on right here. Oda deciding whether he has to kill Gire, because this isn't it, man. Gire is gonna continue doing this. This is just the first step. He wants Oda to fight him to the death, and he's not gonna stop here, man. He's gonna go after Daizai or Ango, one of those two, and that's where he's gonna have to make that decision whether he's gonna have to kill or he's not, man. I'm enjoying the hell out of season 2. Better than season 1 in my opinion so far, man. Definitely worth it. And yeah, man, I can't wait, man. I can't wait. I really hope Oda finds a way through this, man. I know he's gonna die most likely, unless Gire ends up killing Ango. Oda ends up killing Gire. Maybe that's gonna happen. I don't know. I kind of want Oda to survive this. Hopefully he does. I doubt it though. It's like 20% chance he does survive this. But yeah. What can you do, man? What can you fucking do? Hopefully in the end, man, he's able to write that story. Metaphorically or literally. It doesn't matter, man. Write that story, Oda. Write the story that you want to make. Not that you're forced to make. That's what Gire's trying to do. No, you write your own story. And I hope there's a happy ending in the end, man. Bungo Stray Dogs, man. Awesome. Let me know your thoughts down below. Sayonara.